Hello and welcome back. So in this section of this course, we'll be making the navbar a responsive navbar. So as you can see, just ignore this div because we will fix it. Don't worry about it. So as you guys can see, we'll just make this thing so that the navbar would come in this way. All right, fair enough. Cool. Now we will do the same part. We'll do the same thing over here. So now let me just quickly tell you what are the changes that we are supposed to do. So first things first, we have to remove this part from the hero section. So let me just go back to this app.js and copy this navbar, okay, and paste this navbar right over here. And there are like a lot of things, so we will be doing right over here. I'm gonna write the mobile view styling, okay, and I have this extension called as let me just show that to you. Yeah, this is known as a media query extension, so we can generate the media code according to the size of our screen, okay. That way I can directly get this thing. So now we will work on the 786 pixel 768 pixel 786 is fine. So this styling will be done until the width max width is 786. Then after that we would have the above styling. So this thing is sorted. So now if I do this thing, as you guys can see, the navbar is there, but we cannot basically see the navbar. So we will add where is the navbar? Yeah, oh here, right? So I'm gonna write bg new. If you guys remember, I've created bg new. So we just need to add some padding and all to it. So that's very simple. I'm gonna write, okay, I'm gonna create two new stylings. Okay, I'm gonna write px9 as something like, I don't know, padding as 90, padding inline 90 px. Okay, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it in this way. Okay, let me close up this part. I'm gonna add px9 and py5, which is over here. Okay, so yeah, so I guess this thing is sorted. We can maybe decrease the py to 3. Okay, py to 2, what, how about that? Okay, cool. So now I guess we are pretty much sorted with this part where we have to work in this way. Now the complex part, more like the, yeah, and where you have to understand this thing. So what I'm going to do is that the thing that we are having over here is flex row, right? So this is from Bootstrap. So now we will create our own flex rows. Okay, here the flex direction is maybe row. Okay, this is in the desktop view. Okay, when it comes to the mobile view, I'm gonna write flex rows, flex direction as column. Okay, so now if I do this thing, apparently it should have, let me reload the page. Okay, let me check. Okay, I only have created the class, I did not write the class over here. Let me just change this thing to that, and yeah, and do the same thing for this one as well. So now in the mobile view, it's something like this. Now what we will do is that I will be adding a new navbar class to it called as navbar underscore new. Just don't write navbar because navbar is a bootstrap class as far as I know. And we will be basically adding the new navbar styling. So over here, navbar new, and I'm gonna make the position as fixed. So as soon as I make the position as fixed, it will be something like this. Okay, and now after that I'm gonna make the height as 100 VH. Okay, that means 100 view height. It will take all of these things, and I'm gonna change the width to 60 view width. That means it would be something like this. Now in order for us to make this thing proper, we need to add the class something like z index 33. Okay, so now it is something like this. So now, as you guys can see, it has like a lot of adding to it, so we can remove it, don't worry about it. Right, px9. I'm gonna change the styling to something like adding in line as 0px. Yeah, there you go. And one more thing that we need to do is that, if you guys can see over here on the app.js, we are having this justify content center. Okay, it should be justify content between. I'm gonna remove this part. Okay, as soon as I remove it off, you guys can see this thing comes up. But then the problem is in this way, this will also come up. So we can easily fix that by writing this line of code in the flex rows. I'm gonna write justify content space between. That is justify content between, and over here justify content and write start. That's it. For this one, styling this thing. For this guy, the styling is this thing. And now we will work on the nav items as well. Nav items, and I'm gonna write the padding block as 20 pixels. Okay, which should make this thing. And we will also decrease the size of the font, maybe to something like brand name. Let me write brand name over here. We'll decrease the font size to something like 1.4 rem, and I'm gonna write padding inline. Let me check if the padding is there. Okay, yeah, padding inline as 22px. Cool, sounds great and looks great, to be very honest. Now we are done with this part, but the problem is that this thing is over here always. So how do we fix it? So we need to create a div, more like empty div. So I'm gonna put this thing inside hero section. Okay, and I'm gonna give the class bars. Okay, and all right, and that's it for this thing. And now I'll add the styling to it. The styling is very easy. I'm gonna add bars. Okay, I'm gonna give the height as 4 pixels. Okay, and I'm gonna give the width as 40 pixels. So now after that, I'm gonna add a background of maybe FFF, that is white. So I guess now you guys should be able to see it, but I don't know if we can see this thing. I'm gonna make this thing float right, and I'm gonna increase the z index to 33. Yeah, it's over here, if you guys can see this thing. So now all we need to do is to add the other bars. So you might be normally wondering, I'll just copy and paste this part and change the styling of it. No, it's very easy. I'll show you the easiest way in order to do that. So I'm going to use something called before and after. Okay, I'm going to make the display as block, so it will take the whole space, and I'm going to make the position as relative, and bottom 12px. So what it is going to do is that it is going to spawn an element just before this element. All right, that is what before is. And there will be after also. So by using after, we can basically clone the above the main div, and just put it down so that we can create a hamburger menu. So idea is something like that. So we need to add content. This is very important, and change this thing to color white, and change this width to 40px, and height as same as 4px. Okay, and I am going to copy and paste this thing. So now I guess you guys should be able to see this thing. Let me just reload. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna make this work. Okay, you should be able to see the before. Okay, let me just try decreasing. Let me write hello. Hello is over there, and I guess we did not add the background as white, so that is why we are not able to see. Let me reload, and I guess I need to change the top to px. Maybe change this thing to 4px. 5. Fine. How about 9? 9 looks great. And I'm gonna do the same thing for after as well. Instead, I'm just gonna write -9. Okay, I don't know if -9 is fine, so let me just change this thing to bottom and make this thing to something like that, and we will keep on decreasing until it looks fine. Okay, that's fine. So we need to decrease the above one. So now I guess you guys can see this thing very much properly, and now it's all about changing the transform. Okay, make it 45 pixel. I don't know, 55 pixel looks fine. Okay, and translate y 20px, and this looks great. Yeah, I guess we are pretty much sorted with this part. Okay, and we just need few things. We need basically a state that would handle this part. So now since we have created this thing, I'm gonna show you an algorithm so that we would create this effect that I'm showing you guys. This effect, it's very simple to create. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make the transform translate x as -18, I don't know, 700 pixel. 700 pixel. Okay, so that it will be hidden. And now I'm gonna create a new navbar fixed new, and I will make this thing as it will basically do that. And also I'm gonna create a class, a utility class as transition all, which will help me to add transition all of the components inside any div that I want. Okay, it's very simple and straightforward. So now for that we need to create a state called as open nav bar, open nav set open nav use state, and I'm gonna make this thing as false. So now right over here I'm gonna add a class. Okay, and this class would be open nav. If open nav is false, then we would show these classes, And if open nav is not false, we would basically copy and paste everything, and navbar fixed new. Okay, navbar fixed new, and we will add this utility class to both of those components. Fair enough. Now it's very easy. We really do not have to do anything now. We are just supposed to, change the styling of it. Let me, yeah, by adding an on-click function to it. Set open nav as open nav. So I guess now, there you go. We are done with this part. All right, cool, works fine. Now we can add an animation to this thing as well, but we will do that afterwards. In the next video, we will basically work on the hero section. So we'll make this thing proper. It won't take a lot of time. We will basically sum up everything very, very quickly. That way, we will not have to worry about it. All right. So I guess this part is almost all done. Okay, let me see what happens if I decrease. Okay, and let me see what happens if I remove the bars transform. Yeah, so I guess we just need to change this part. Okay, and on the bars, okay, so I'm gonna write px10 over here, and I'm gonna give this thing as padding inline as npx. All right, and now right over here for this bar, I will just need to add the translate y. Yeah, I guess it's pretty much sorted. We just need to change the padding, some padding, and we need to make this thing as justify content center, so that it would look in this way. And add some margin inline as auto. Okay, not much difference, but that's fine. We will see how we can do that in the next video. So see you all guys over there. Till then, goodbye and take care.